How's it going, class? I'm going to do Ortho 3 for you real quick. So go into Canvas, right-click on your image and hit copy. Go ahead and go into your AutoCAD. Mine is older looking because, well, it's 2011 version. It's kind of old. Here we have we can see the bottom line here. All right. On our drawing is 7.5 inches long. So just go ahead and we're going to draw a line nice and flat at 7.5. All right, we can see that's much smaller than our picture. So I'm going to take my picture, click on it. I'm going to click one of the corners and drag down, make it nice and tiny. I'll hit the move button. All right, I can use a shortcut of just enter, and I can click on it and move it. So this line here will be that line there. All right. So we're going to draw the front view and then the top and the right side. Okay. So if I start here and go up, I'm going to see this, right? And then I see this also, and it's kind of weird because it's nice and cylindrical up top here, but it's flat here. But don't get confused here. This 2.25, that's a dimension line there. That's not actually a line. So you wouldn't actually see a line right there. So I know that I have to go up 0.75. This is 0.75 right here, and those are the same height. I know I can go over. Originally, the bottom is 0.75, and then we see that this is 1. So we know if we do a little math, that's 6.5, not 65. If you hit something wrong like that, just hit Control-Z, and then I can draw 6.5. All right. From here, we have to do a little bit of math. Okay, we have to the center mark. If we look carefully here, we see that there's a center mark, which is also another type of dimension line. So to the center of the circles, both of them have the same center. We have 2.25 to the center, and then the radius of this outside circle, we can see the dimension line going with an arrow and pointing from the center, is 1.625. Now that's just a decimal version for 1 5/8. Okay. This one must have been drawn in inches using fractions. This is 2 1/4. 2 1/4 plus 1 5/8 is 3 7/8, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. So I could come down from over here. You could also type it into your little calculator if you want and see if it works on this older version. It does. It's not very big for some reason. But I go 2.25 plus 1.625. Should be 3.7 or 3.875. Yeah. So there's my number that I know that this line here, that's how long that'll be. So I'll come here, 3.875. And I know that this measurement is 1. And I know that connects. Now, that is all of your front side, all the visible lines. We'll have more hidden lines, okay? And we could draw center lines if I'm going to have you do that, which I will at the very end. So I want to be in person when I talk to you about those. So now we can draw the top side. We can just extend up. We'll say 2. All right. I just hovered when I did that. I was in the line command. I came over and hovered on that corner and I just pulled up slowly. You can see it says extension and I'm going to hit 2, enter, and that's where I'm starting my line. I should be able to pull up slowly here. Mine's a little jumpy because it's an older version, like I said. Here, we're taking that piece and we're flipping it. So we're going to go for the depth of it is 3.25. I already know that that's actually 7.5. Look at that. Okay, there's that corner right there. I'll just project it up because that's going to be directly above it, right? That's why we draw the top view like that. Here, we can draw some circles now. All right, so here we won't see this hole because it's on the inside. It'll be a hidden line, but we can draw these two circles. Okay, so we see our dimension lines. It's 1.5 from the center. Is what we're going to have to assume. But I believe that's right because actually you only have to assume because the circle is there, the radius circle, that center mark hits that center mark and all the way through. So now we can draw some lines. The easiest way to do this, I see the first one is 1.5 from the far right, and I see the next one is 3. So I'm just going to draw some construction lines. I'll go 1.5, enter, and then I'm going to make sure my line's straight and hit 3, enter. I'm going to go up and draw a circle, find my endpoint, make sure it's square. I'm going to click on there, and then we have to figure out how big these holes are. All right. This hole right here, it says 3 holes. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3. They look the same. That means they are the same. 1.375. So that symbol right there means diameter. All right. So hide that so we can see. Right here, I'm going to click on here and hit D because right now it's saying specify radius. Easy way to do this, hit D for diameter. Now it says specify diameter. So I'm going to hit 1.375, enter, and there we go. Now I could draw another circle or I can click on it and hit copy. I'll click the midpoint of that circle and move it to the endpoint there. And that is where those circles go. Okay. Now let's draw the right side. We can draw our right side by projecting or simply by using a miter line. I have my puller turned on to 45 degrees. If I set it to 45, I can just draw a line. I can draw some construction lines over to where they meet. Draw them straight down. And it's essentially the same as projecting straight up, but we need to cut a miter so that we can actually know where we're at. All right. That actually won't be a line, but won't hurt to have it. I'm just going to draw extra lines and trim it out here in just a second anyways. So those are all the lines I know for sure right now, almost all of them. All right. I can project the center or I can project the outside parts of our circle. Either would work. That's basically the shape, except for it's not going to be square like that, right? So what I can do here is a bunch of different ways. We need to find the center of our circles. All right, we know the radius right here, so I'm just going to go from the midpoint here, go down 1.625. I think it's easiest just to draw a circle and draw up. All right. Delete my rest of my stuff I don't need. I'm gonna hit trim, zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. Trim out what I don't want anymore. And delete any extra lines I have. Now we can see that, hey, that looks kind of right. I think that would be right. Missing one thing would be my circle, and I could draw it again or I can copy it. I think copying is just a little bit easier. And there we go. There's all of our visible lines. Okay. Now, we do need hidden lines. All right, we got to pretend that we have X-ray vision. So if we saw that, we'd be able to see the outside of our circles. When we look through it, we could actually see lines there, right? So we're going to load some lines because I don't have them loaded. It's still similar to yours. You see a bunch of bilayers here, and object color, line weight, and line type. So I'm going to go down to other on that, line type, and go to load. I'm going to go to hidden, and I'm going to select all three, hit OK. I see them, they look great. And where am I going to see these? Well, all these holes are right in the middle. All right, I can project down if I want. I could actually draw a construction line if I wanted to. Ooh, here's one for you. If I turn quadrant on, my object snap, I can draw and project down like that if I want. It just goes on and on forever. It's a line that never ends. And then I could go to line, and that's where those hidden lines would be. And I could just click here and here, here and here. Zoom in if you have to, so you can see what you're doing. Boom. And wait, those don't look like hidden lines, do they? Well, just select them. Come up to our bilayer, our line type, and hit hidden. All right. And if I wanted to, I'm going to be real sneaky, and I'm going to copy again. Copy. I'm going to select this top corner here. I'm going to hover over this quadrant, and I'm going to go straight down. If it lets me, it might not, because I do have the old version. Well, maybe I'll just click there. Grab these two lines, hit move, and get them in there. I could have just projected straight down from that circle. It would have been easy too. All right, I have a couple more to do real quick. This time I'm just going to change to hidden line right away, and I can project over. And I already clicked, so I'm just going to click all the way over. I can just hover for a moment and slide. If it lets me, it might not. And it's not letting me, so I'll just draw it. I could just click there and click there, and then I could just delete that line. And this one, it's one solid line, so I have to trim it. All right, it won't let me delete a line, so I'll delete that. And there's that. Same thing. It's going to be just as easy to draw a line right here. Like so, and that is all that I want you to do right now on our Ortho 3. There will be center lines, but I'm not sure if, this version doesn't have the nice, easy way for you to do that. So I will not talk about it because there's a very easy way to do it. Otherwise, we'll have to come up here and load a line, which would be a center line. There's a whole bunch of them. Hit OK. Find the center point here. Like so. Still drawing in hidden lines. My wife's walking through while I record, so you might hear her. I'm going to say hi. And then we would have to extend these at the same amount. It's kind of a pain. And make sure it's centered. Well, that one didn't work because it's not small enough, but that's what it would look like right there. There's an easier way to do it in the newer version, so we don't have to worry about that. I will show you how to do that, but we would have one there right in the center. We'd also have center marks, which would be in the center of our circles that you can see. which I don't believe are on this version either. It's kind of the lazy, easy way to do it. But I will show you that when I get back. Hopefully this helps you guys out and you can get that done. We will have a quiz on Friday on orthos. So email me if you are completely lost. Have a good one. I will see you guys later.